Every self-respecting photographer should have a 50mm in the kit. Why? Let's check it out. I used to own Nikon varieties right back from a 50 1.8, and let's talk about digital. I had manual, I've still got manual actually. The nifty 50 is a powerful little thing, and at the 1.8 level at least, could arguably be the best budget lens out there for your Canons, your Nikons, and a few of the other brands as well. We'll take a close-up look at this Canon 50mm 1.8 STM that you can get easily for around £100, $100 or less on the second-hand market perhaps. Why should you upgrade from your kit lens to something like this? Let's just see what you get and how it feels. You got a nice fat booklet there, instructions. You've got a little Russian chart right there with all the different focal lengths of most of the STM lenses and a few of the equivalents. European warranty right there. Obviously mine is a European version. I've got a third-party hood from Maxima, came with mine, so you might want one of them, but clearly that's not going to be in your standard box. I like the snap caps. This one's quite small, a little bit awkward at times, but nice and simple. I say awkward because it's smaller, it doesn't cover this whole area, but absolutely fine. You've got a 49mm filter thread, so if you start using filters, you can do that. On the other side, we've got a nice metal mount with the contacts, plastic back cover. I find it's good to store it like that because you can stop additional dust getting in there and messing it up. But try not to freak out too much. Just keep it in a nice dry place, and ideally with the caps on. On the side, we've got an autofocus, manual focus switch. We've got the red dot to help us connect it to the camera. You line it up with the dot on your camera, screw, do it slowly, you'll get used to it. On the side, 0.35 meters closest, 1.1 foot if you use feet, to infinity. And frankly, I would say, although it's plastic, it's a high quality, decent feeling plastic. This isn't put out there as a pro lens, but you know, we're looking at what's the best value budget upgrade lens for your Canon system, or perhaps your Nikon systems, etc. But as we're looking at the Canon one specifically here, but the theory applies to pretty much all the brands. 50-1.8, is it the best upgrade from your kit lens? That's what we're talking about. And for your money, you're getting a well-built lens, but how does it fare on the camera? I'm going to throw it on my 80D, throw up just some very random sample shots, let you know what we think afterwards, and conclude whether you should buy this as your next lens. You should get this if you've got about £100, $100 knocking about. If you're looking to upgrade from your kit lens, this is definitely the best budget option out there for you. And not only if you're a Canon user, look out for the Nikon version. It's absolutely fantastic. The Canon version over the previous 50-1.8 offers a smoother experience. It's not the fastest lens out there, but it's more than fast enough, especially for a beginner. You're going to get a lot more light in. You're going to be able to use your camera in lower light situations a lot better. You're going to be able to blur out the background. You're going to get some nice bokeh. Obviously, if you're a pro, well, you might be looking to get a 1.4 or a 1.2, but frankly, at the very least, as a backup, this 50-1.8 STM is a sweet number to just have there on the go. And that's why I used it in this quick off-the-cuff pre-wedding shoot. And I've shared with you some of the shots from that. I used my Fujis, I'll be honest, as well on the shoot. But this 50-1.8 teamed up in this case with the A-to-D, absolute winner. So it's no surprise then that this lens is pretty highly recommended across the reviews that you'll see online. And I'm just going to add to that, but I really just want to encourage you new Canon shooters out there, for example, to look at upgrading, to look at getting a faster lens. Of course, if you're into the zoom of the kit lens, you might be looking at a 2.8 version of that, say the Sigma or the Tamron, I think Tokina. Lenses that for stills at least are well worth looking into. What you get with this 50 STM is some nice smooth transitioning in video as well, which I think, you know, the Canon is really decent for these days. The face tracking on Canon is real nice. I mean, I'm doing this little piece now with the G7X2 because I'm holding my A-to-D in my hand, which I normally use, and absolutely not a problem. I could move closer to the camera out of the light and it's still following me and smoothly. But that's a different lens. This is a STM lens. It's a more powerful lens technically than the G7X2 is using. So team it up with whatever level of Canon, let's say crop body you've got, for example, and of course full frame. I think you can use it with that too and have some great fun. No brainer from Canon. 50mm 1.8 STM. Get it now. Ideally via the link below. Help me out.